Tanshi, Kiwao. Hey, how are you, Grand Rising, beautiful souls? Happy Moon's Day. Welcome back for another episode of TGIM live on the Journey to Inner Self series. Today we're going to talk about our motherfucking gut. This is calling. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. Whoop. So, how is everybody doing? Thank you so much for being here live or watching the replay. If you're watching the replay, drop hashtag replay below in the comments. This better not move all this whole time. Let's hope not. Okay. So, I'm Amy, a certified life, health, and wellness coach and intuitive energy healer and subconscious practitioner. I partner with people who feel stuck and don't know where to start. And we empower you to feel fully empowered, to step into your empowered well-being, and so that you can thrive in this life, not just survive. My work is for the black sheeps, the lone wolves, the solitary ones, the self-made heart warriors, and for anyone who's never really felt like they fit into a box. Yeah. So with Monday being Moon's Day, why don't we start with what the heck the moon is doing today? First off, gosh, I can't do it. I just can't do it. There we go. Yeah. It's gonna work. Good. So Monday's ruled by the moon. Right now, the moon is opposing the sun and Saturn. So sun is here, Saturn is here, and the moon is opposing it. So when we have that opposition, it's like polarity, right? And so the Saturn and the sun are asking our emotional bodies, did we learn some lessons over the weekend? What was our shadow self asking us? What were we being shown? Were you indulging in your vices, drugs, alcohol, food, social media, procrastinating, negative self-talk? No judgment if you did. We're just being asked this morning to find stillness and really acknowledge this before we move into the moon in Virgo later this afternoon. And the moon in Virgo is where we process what has come up for us and how can we integrate that into our day-to-day. Like how can we embody those lessons learned? So I was mentioning last week about my personal struggles with gut health and mental health. And I want to talk more a little bit about that. But first off, why do we hate talking about gut health? There's a huge misconception that we have no control over our physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual health. That we ourselves don't need to do anything in order to help ourselves or support ourselves in feeling good. We leave it to the experts to tell us what to do. But meanwhile, we are our own best authority. We're the ones that have to take those necessary steps. So something I struggled with for a lot of years was like irritable bowels. And I didn't even know that there was a condition for this, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. So it stems from leaky gut, and it can have us in chronic inflammation, indigestion, poor sleep, irritability, moody, constant cramping. These are some of the things that I struggled with personally, especially like anxiety and depression, like the highs and the lows, okay? And craving foods that I knew weren't good for me. So did you know food companies combine fat, sugar, and salt in a very specific way that it plays on our brain's biological hardwiring for pleasure meaning it creates an addiction to their food. What? It has us wanting to come back for more. So it's why when we're munching on a few chips, we might feel like we just can't stop, or we crave that certain beverage or a snack, or when we're feeling emotional. It can have us seeking those comfort foods. Again, no judgment. It's about awareness. And so we get very attached and take it deeply personal when it comes to our ways of eating. Eating is necessary for survival. And so when it's intertwined with being manipulated by the chemicals and toxins and playing with a biological hardwiring in our brains for pleasure, it can have us having that struggle with emotional eating, okay, and wanting to take it personal, because it is, right? We need food to survive. And so, yeah, it's one of the underlying reasons or causes for emotional eaters. Thus, it brings us to the gut brain axis. So, disconnected people, a disconnected gut brain axis, easy to manipulate and control. I know I sure as hell was. I was controlled by food cravings and seeking pleasure through food. Meanwhile, there's so much more to life than that. Gosh. So, mental health in your gut. When we talk about mental health, we typically think talk therapy, group sessions, or medications, right? Like antidepressants or SSRIs, which SSRIs are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. And so they're inhibiting serotonin production in your brain through a chemical, like through synthetic chemicals. So we're constantly being bombarded and told that that's what we need to do in order to be okay or fit mentally and emotionally. But we as humans are beginning to realize that that's not helpful for the long term, as we see more people struggling each and every day with anxiety, depression, suicides, and overdoses. So I personally have been feeling that need for more clarity, for more calmness and energy, to keep myself going at a steady and consistent pace long term. Hey guys, we're just talking about gut health and how we've been told what we need to do in order to help our mental health and our physical health, but realizing that that's not always the case. And so, yeah, personally feeling that call, okay, so I do a lot. I do a lot in my day, between homeschooling and, running my own business, and obviously furthering my education, as well as taking care of myself and our fur babies. There's a lot happening, okay? And not that I didn't create it, right? It's just that I was like, there's no reason why I can't have what it is that I desire in my heart. And so it was like, how can I have the focus, the clarity, the cognitive concentration or alertness, to say energy to be able to keep maintaining all these things for myself, right? That consistent pace long term. So I started taking these new products like literally 4 days ago, and I immediately began to feel different, like instantaneously. Like I can't even it's crazy. It's crazy. So top 6 benefits that I've experienced in the first 4 days, and it's from somebody who is already healthy and doing everything that they could do for themselves possible, within my realm of resources, was crazy. There, I still felt that there was a gap from where I was to where I wanted to be. And I knew I needed to add something different. So top 6 benefits I've experienced from trying these products in the first 4 days. 1, decreased stress and inflammation. Oh my God, less joint pain. Okay, guys, I hurt my knee a few years ago. It was intense. I tore my meniscus. I've never really been the same since then. So every time I try and pick up on my physical activity, what happens right away? Boom, my knee, my joints are inflamed. I feel it, and then I'm irritable, and I don't want to keep showing up for myself. And then less digestive cramping. I didn't even realize how much my digestive system was actually cramping on like the low on the back burner, as I got so used to it. Now with the absence of it, I'm like, wow, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, number 2. So self-efficacy. I feel more vigorous than ever. Like, whoo, my motivation has gone through the roof, even through a hefty full moon. And like being able to just feel my substantial amount of tasks and stuff I need to get done for the week or in a week and not feel overwhelmed by them. Number 3, resolve my digestive issues. Yes, and restore that gut health. So I took a 3-day reboot. It's to restore the gut microbiome in your gut. Yeah, and repair that gut brain access. So healthier brain and motor functions, my immune system, mental wellness. Oh my God, clarity, you guys, it's crazy. I can literally feel my brain working better. Like, it's crazy. I love it. Yeah, number 4. So gaining energy and increased performance, getting more done. My daughter's probably thinking, Mom, you haven't gotten more done. I got a pile of laundry I need to get through. But in the essence that, like, yesterday I went out and went fishing. We went ice fishing, spent the day in nature. It was awesome. It was phenomenal. But then got home, I was still able, like, I had enough energy to plan my week, like lesson plan, schedule my work week, get my dishes done, and spend some time with that little turkey. What else did we do last night? Oh, we went on live, had a live. I felt like, oh, I could have enough energy to even do this like I wanted to. So yeah, it was crazy. I feel motivated energy-wise and less helpless. I think that's a win-win. Number 5, decrease stress and cortisol levels in the body. Okay, so in the morning, we naturally process cortisol. I love you too. So yeah, when we wake up in the morning, we wake up with like natural levels of cortisol. And so when people wake up in the morning, they're like, oh my God, I'm anxious right away. It's because our body, our nervous system is getting these natural levels of cortisol, but can't handle them, like can't cope with them because it doesn't have the necessary nutrients needed to be able to process them. Nutrients, neurotransmitters, hormones, etc., all those good stuff that are produced in our stomach. And that's why we feel quite literally sick to our stomach some mornings when we get up. And this can happen if we're like working at a job that we know isn't in alignment with us. But sometimes we just have to do those things, right, regardless of it. And so like having that optimal feels in the morning, yes. So like when that uncontrollable stress would come in, I automatically am feeling confident in my body's ability to tackle it, in my own capability to tackle it. Now, again, I was already feeling this, but it's been elevated. It's been enhanced, like in ways that I didn't even think were possible. Okay, number 6, chakra balancing or your energy management. Again, I keep talking about energy, but this is on different levels, okay? So the energetic body is the body's messenger system. If you have poor energy moving between that gut and the brain axis, it's gonna look a little like this. Okay, so we have poor energy moving. So that emotion, that energy in motion is going to trigger thoughts, which is going to trigger more feelings, which is going to then trigger us to behave in a certain way, which is going to trigger more thoughts and more feelings and behaviors. And then we start that vicious cycle. So this might look like somebody waking up in the morning and like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to go to that job. And then, so they're starting to think these thoughts. And so they reluctantly drag their feet out of bed, get out of bed. They sluggishly go to the bathroom, don't even look at themselves in the mirror, half-assedly brush their teeth or whatever. Maybe they skip brushing their teeth because they're just so in their head, right? And then we slowly get to work, et cetera, et cetera. We're just in that mood all day. We're half-assed doing stuff because we have that emotion in our bodies. Well, if we're feeling good, if we're putting good energy, filling our body with good energy, we're going to have good energy in motion in our body, which is going to trigger positive or uplifting thoughts. Now, this doesn't look like we're going to be shitting rainbows all the time. Fuck no, because that's just impossible. But it has you feeling better in a way that you want to treat yourself better. You want to love your vessel better. So it's going to have you thinking those thoughts of I need to do this for myself. I want to do this for myself. Dreams crushed. Exactly. I want to crush those dreams. And so what's going to happen? It's going to trigger behaviors that are going to be in alignment with those thoughts, like showing up for yourself like never before, taking that risk, taking that leap of faith, and really choosing you. So, yay! Again, I was quite literally the healthiest I'd ever been, and I wasn't sure what that gap was, but I'm feeling like I found it from the inside out. So if you are someone who is ready to feel fresh from the inside out, have happy hormones, lower your cortisol or cholesterol, enhanced calmness, less anxiety, more serotonin, feeling focused and alert, message me, reach out. I want to get you started. You can visit a link in the bio for complimentary Reawaken Your Life Discovery Chat. Whoop, whoop. Yes. So message me opportunity. I can't wait to connect. Yay. Oh, look at that. What does the universe have to say? 7 of Wands. So what are we doing? Are we having to really fight for what it is that we want? Or do we have to stand up for ourselves, and no matter what the cost? It doesn't mean doing it rash and abrasive, and you don't have to fight to be heard, to be seen, to be heard in a negative way. You can do it quite literally in a subtle way, like focusing on your own creations, by focusing on your own passions, your own desires, and building that strength and that resilience up by just really diving into yourself, into your spirit. So what could this look like? Are you defending what you've created, or are you fighting for what you created in a way that's less than desirable? Or are you showing up for yourself in a way that you can be proud of? Yes. So life, it's a little bit of the juggle here and there, between our personal and our work, and our inner and our outer. Yeah. Yeah, and so it's like how can we have that balance? How can we have that harmony? Two of Pentacles, it's like personal work life balance. I also see it as an inner outer balance. You know, we can't always be in introspection. We have to integrate it into our outer world as well. And so yeah, it's having that balance. So figure out what it is you're looking for or what you're going for, and have that, seek that inner balance. Yeah. Yay. Okay, change of words when you're talking to yourself. Yeah, definitely change your words when you're that you use when you're talking to yourself. It's highly important that you are paying attention. I was talking to a friend last week, and she was mentioning how, you know, I don't know if it's possible for me. And I was straight away, I jumped into a voice note and I was like, you're not going to like it, but right there, that right there is what's keeping you stuck. You continuing to tell yourself you don't know if it's possible is what's keeping you stuck. So if you're ready to transform your life on any level, let me know. I'm super excited to reach out for you. I hope you guys have an incredible week ahead. Again, this morning, the moon is in void. So have that time and that space for you to find stillness, to introspect, so that, balance. So taking that time to go within and introspect what came up for you this weekend, what was illuminated for you, so that when the moon moves into Virgo, you can integrate it into your life, into your routines, into your embodiment, whatever that may look like for you. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here live or watching the replay. I'm going to go over there and help my little sick kiddo and maybe get some, I don't know, quiet things done around the house this morning. So thank you again. And thank you, Kisi Manu, that which is greater than us. Earth we walk on, the air we breathe, the fire to fuel our souls, and the water to cleanse us, mind, bodies, and spirits. Please. I need to say,